It's Rob!
Tony!
We're in gaming!
And that's you!
Hello gamers and welcome back to the end. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. Today we're going to be doing a deck testing on let's do some Dragon Warrior, wherever that is. Here it is. So, for those of you unfamiliar with our deck testing videos, we're going to play for roughly 45 minutes, talk about the deck, and try to improve it so when we make the deck guide on it, it can be the best it can be. And yeah, so these are kind of the videos leading up to our deck guides, which we don't post as often anymore because normally I want to do our deck guides while we're in Legend to kind of be able to show how well the deck is going to do. And it's kind of a higher skill cap than just playing your average ranks. But because the fact that we've been pumping out so little deck guides, and I totally understand that, the deck guides are what a lot of you really enjoy. I may in fact change it around and just start doing the deck guides whenever. We kind of had a decent schedule, but the problem is with school right now, Legend, we're not able to hit it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then, you know, by the time we hit it, we have a week or maybe a week and a half to do as many deck guides as we can. But at the same time, we're trying to, of course, prepare for the next month with the Road to Legends. We're also pumping out the tip videos, the free-to-plays, so there's just like a lot of shit going on, and it just makes it very difficult to kind of plan things out when you just don't have the time. But we're gonna do our best, guys. So if you see us doing deck guides a little bit differently or at a different rank than Legend, that's for that. We are joined tonight. If you didn't check out our Instagram, we bought, what did we buy? What alcohol did we buy? We bought some Shock Top, and then we also bought some, of course, Angry Orchard. So we're being joined by Angry Orchard tonight. We were, I think, 2 or 3 beers in currently. So play will definitely increase our play style. Everything, oh god. Pretty decent opener from a zoo. Definitely, we held on. We didn't coin into War Axe because there's no reason to attack the Pillager, but now, you know, we can just play the War Axe normally, swing into this. And the next turn, depending on what he plays, I plan to just play the Ravaging Ghoul, and it'll pop the Villager. If he doesn't play anything, then we just pop it ourselves with the War Axe. But I'm pretty sure he's going to play another creature, and then we're going to, of course, War Axe into that, and then Ghoul. This deck is actually built a little bit different than the normal Dragon Warrior you guys have most likely seen on ladder, if not some other streamers have played it. They normally took the more aggressive route. In this particular Dragon Warrior, I'm going for the more, I don't want to say mid-range, but it's like Control Dragon Warrior is, I guess, the best name for it. Okay. Well, this is a weird predicament. So I suppose we would attack the Direwolf. That's like, no doubt. That has to happen. And now we're left with these 2 creatures. So we can coin into the Twilight Guardian, but then our turn 4, again, there's no great turn 4 play, so we could just Ravaging Ghoul. Even though Ravaging Ghoul is better when you Googly Eyed Octopop. So, but we run 2 Ghouls. I think this is fun. And then we can coin on 5 into the 6/6. Even though he's definitely not going to be at 15 life by then, it's still a pretty decent size. It's a sizable creature. Yeah, I guess we should have waited for the Ravaging Ghoul, but this is the Biofin Tidehunter is not the most popular card amongst zoo players right now. I don't know why he would make this trade, to be honest, because he knows we're going to trade into this 1/1 next turn. So I don't know why that is a thing. We could go Alexstrasza's Champion to make sure the Knife Juggler dies, or we could just go Guardian, and then turn 5 could be like Alexstrasza's Champion into Shield Block. So it's kind of, it's like, how bad do we want to kill this Knife Juggler, right? I think we want to kill it pretty bad. So this is going to go into here. This is going to go into here. Saves this 2 more damage. And then we can coin into the Shield Block, or we can just normally passive. Our turn 5 is probably going to be, turn 5 is definitely going to be the Guardian. If our turn 5 is a Guardian, we could float 1 and use this, but I'd rather just draw with the Shield Block now, because there's not really going to be a great time to Shield Block. And this also allows us to War Axe next turn and play the Execute and then Armor Up if that's a possible play. Oh, and there has been a question a lot, and people are like, why don't, can you please do in-depth guides on this deck or this deck? And some of those decks I've played in our Road to Legend videos, right? So it's almost as if you were to just watch the Road to Legend, those are like deck guides in themselves. Like, I talk about almost the same exact things. I'm just not, maybe not as focused as like promoting deck synergies, but I think it's a pretty good, insightful kind of deck experience anyway. So our turn, this turn we could either Twilight Guardian, which this would take out half its life, or he could just Power Overwhelm it, or we could just go the War Axe, Armor Up, and that really doesn't develop anything. So I think we're going to go with the creature here. Even though we could have killed the Flame Imp, I think just playing the dragon with the possibility of it maybe living is worthwhile. Even though armor, of course, is very important. So Voidwalker, there's the Power Overwhelming. How did we know? At least we got one of his main burst damage cards out of the way. This 1/1 is going to remain a 1/1. If we draw into a 4-drop, we'll play that. No 4-drop, so we're just going to play the 6/6 naturally. It's a huge threat for him to deal with. It's going to be, unless he has another Power Overwhelming. So you could, like, Defender of Argus, Power Overwhelming. You can still do that play. There's the Bilefin. Alright, we still have one more Ravaging Ghoul in the deck. And this, due to the popularity of Zoo and Paladin, that's why we've put in 2 Ravaging Ghouls instead of, I believe it's called Blackwing Technician. So people will be like, where's your Black Wings? It's like, you know what? I didn't want to put the Black Wings in here, man. Alright, so this can go here. Really don't see a reason not to. This goes here. This can take 1 less damage by hitting into this, and then this can swing into the 2/1. So we're sitting pretty at 23 HP. We've got decent amount of pressure on the board, even though his 2/1 can kill our 6/2. So he makes a trade there, but this 5/4 can contest, what is it called, the Councilman he can play. The only problem is we do not have an answer to his Googly-Eyed Octopops, which is, for those of you who are new to the end, it's the Ritual card. So there's the Kinsamida on the field. I'm actually thinking about putting maybe 1 Revenge into this deck, just for that extra 1 damage AoE. But we'll actually hold off on that. This deck, so far, it seems to be, I mean, it's worked now. It's the first time that we're playing it, so obviously if it wins, we'll keep it the same. But I have a feeling it's going to need some... Well, it already runs 2 brawls. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll keep playing it and see how it does. So that was an aggro-ish base deck. So beat that. We'll see how it pairs to like mid-range Shaman and Control. Because like normal Dragon Warrior, it runs out of steam, right? And this one I didn't want to run out of steam. I kind of built it so it'll last. It doesn't have Elise though. But once you put Elise into a Dragon deck, you're going into like the phases of a deck being like fatigue, and that's not exactly what I'm looking for with this deck. I still want it to be like fairly aggressive at the start with the Alexstrasza as champions, but I want it to also have the late game with Ysera, Rag, things like this that'll chill Maul and things like that. I've also heard N'Zoth Warrior has been doing very, very well. So we'll probably try that out sometime soon. It's a pretty decent opening hand. Always looking for the War Axe. I'm assuming he's going to be... I mean, Pirate is very popular right now. But so is Control. So we're just going to end turn. Nothing for us to do. We're not going to coin out the War Axe. That's just silly. I was also thinking about putting Acidic Swamp Ooze in here. So many cards I want to put in the deck, but I just can't. So we could match him with our War Axe, but we don't have a turn 4 play. And we're not going to Ravaging Ghoul. So what do we do? What do we do? RNG Gods. We coin on 4. We could coin on 4 into 5. I think we just armor up here. We'll see what happens. The fact that I took so long to do that probably gives away I have the War Axe. So playing the War Axe there was a big deal because we could have War Axe swung and then Ravaging Ghoul to kill it. But we didn't play our War Axe because we're kind of silly right now. So we're going to unnecessarily take 3 damage by this play. Rip. The only problem is I just thought he was maybe running Acidic Swamp Ooze. And also it kind of baits out other cards, but if he's running Tempo, then it's, which he is, we're going to have to play a little bit different. So Ravaging Ghoul, and then probably execute that Berserker, or we can just swing into it. Most likely just going to swing into it. We can take 4 damage. We'll save the execute for like Rag, Hell Scream, Malkrok, if I said his name correctly. Coining into the... Oh god. Fuck. I meant to hover over coin, not use it. Fuck. I was going to say coining into True Heart next turn is insane, but Apparently that plan is, you know what, fuck it. Damn it, son. Fuck me. I didn't actually mean to use it. No. It would have been such a power play. It's alright. It's alright. We'll forget about it. Never happened. Erase it. Just pretend like it didn't happen. And of course we've got another can ready to go. I expected that can to go fairly quickly, so sorry if that was a little loud. So use the War Axe, which makes the True Heart a little bit better because now it doesn't die directly to it. Alexstrasza's champion on top of the Twilight Guardian does feel pretty good though. That was a little better than just a card. We cleared a card and put a decent amount of pressure on the board. So he's one turn off Rag, one turn off Hellscream. Wow, he Battle Rage twice to draw one card, which tells me his hand is fairly poor and most likely has 2 8-drops in it, which tells me, I mean, we could play the Justicar here, or we could just draw 2 cards with Battle Rage. We're just going to play the Justicar. The reason being is if he brawls all of these creatures are fair to live besides the champion. Oh, he doesn't run brawl. That's right. Yeah, this is fun. I don't care about drawing cards. Oh, there's the Rag. We kind of expected this though. So hopefully, best case it kills, or best case it goes face. That's pretty good. Poor guy. Alright, so how much damage do we have? We have 6, 12. We definitely put him in lethal. We play this. We don't want to kill any creatures, so this Corruptor can go into here, and then we execute it. And then we just armor up and then swing face with everything else, right? We could draw a lot of cards too. We could Ravaging Ghoul, execute, draw 4. That's a lot right now. Why not, right? We'd actually draw. Yeah, we just draw 4. Dun, 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 dun. Disqualified. For the Dragon Warrior. It's pretty good. Normally, Dragon Warrior also does not run Battle Rage. They run Fairy Dragon instead. But I figured, why not play this out? Like, I put a lot of Tempo Warrior cards in this deck, but I also kind of mingled it. This is like a hybrid. I don't even know what to call it. But we'll keep playing it. So far, so good. Comments in the chat. What do we got in here? A lot of comments on Tony's new Trials video. Really happy you guys are enjoying Tony's Trials, as it was kind of a leap in a different direction, as of course I'm not in those videos. Well, I am sometimes, but it's mostly directed by Tony. We do what Tony wants to do, and I'm glad you guys are really liking that, because it puts some diversity on the channel. I know Tony enjoys it. Oh, something I was going to mention though. So this mulligan against another warrior. None of these cards really seem that great. We're looking for our War Axe and just kind of like Alexstrasza's champion and cards like that. Just in case it's a pirate warrior. But in any case, with Tony's Trials, Tony's hasn't been making videos as long as I. Like, these videos are fairly new to him. Him being, like, you know, the host of the video, where everybody's, you know, it's on him to talk and interact and do all that good stuff. So give him a break on that, as it's kind of hard to compare him to someone who's been doing it for, how long have we been doing this? Like a year and a half, a year? I think just on a year we've been doing Hearthstone, but we've been doing videos on the camera for like a year and a half, 2 years. So give him a break on there, guys. I know it's a different, but he'll do better with time. Not that he's doing bad at all by any means right now. And then also he's very I was gonna say a soft fellow, but that just sounds completely wrong. We've learned last time. Well, our turn 3 is a bash. I'll go on to what I was gonna say in a second. So we'll just play the War Axe now. We'll just end turn. He's very self-conscious of his video making abilities. So if you guys saying, "Good job, Tony." Those comments actually make him feel a whole lot better. He actually was ready. He read a comment to me earlier today. He's like, "Wow, this person likes my videos more than you," and he was like so excited. He's like, "I can't believe that's possible. This is amazing. People actually watch me." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, you're a good guy. People, you know, if you enjoy playing a game and you share your enjoyment with others, others will enjoy watching you, you know, being happy and playing the game, if you're good at it, of course, and you're funny." So yeah, just want to say I appreciate you guys supporting him, is the moral of the story. So turn 4, I know that was a really long rant. We're going to Twilight Guardian. Yeah, I know he played the War Axe. Why does everybody seem to have War Axe? We draw a War Axe, they have War Axe. Like, look under your seats, everybody. Everybody gets a War Axe. You get a War Axe. You get a War Axe. We get a War Axe. So Ravaging Ghoul execute. Okay. We're curving out fairly nicely, though. Like, really nicely. So we're going to draw before we kill off this ghoul. Another War Axe. We also have to be careful in this deck because our only 2 huge removals, unlike Control Warrior, are executes. So that's kind of like the similarity in between this deck and... wow, he's running Cthulhu Warrior. Okay. Between Tempo Warrior. Because Tempo Warrior also runs only 2 executes. So it's very similar in that aspect. I think this needs to happen. And now the option is if we want our Drake to be at 2 HP or 1 HP. I think 1 HP is fine. We're going to re-equip the War Axe, and we're going to hope to God he doesn't play Harrison. And the only reason I attacked him with the Azure Drake and left him at 3 HP is because we played the taunt. And he already used 1 execute. So we know he has 1 execute yet left and 2 shield slams. And he only has 2 armor, so he can't get through the Drake unless he wants to shield slam and weapon it. So he's going to coin into a 7-drop, which tells me Gorehowl. Okay, that makes sense. Well, now I really wish we played some sort of Acidic Swamp Ooze or a Harrison. That would make my day a lot easier. Chill Maul. 6. We do have a dragon, so this would actually die in the process. So I suppose we just Justicar, and we'll actually go face with our weapon once, just to kind of get him lower, and then we'll play around a Harrison or an Acidic Swamp Ooze if he has it. Seems weird, but the sooner he hits 15 life, the bigger this guy becomes, and he's already used 1 execute, and he doesn't have enough armor to shield blast the other one, so it's going to be really difficult unless he runs BGH. Ooh, he's 1 HP off. There's the Shield Slam. Cthulhu. And then, not Blood to Icor. Shield Slam. Wow, that's a lot of resources used to kill that Azure Drake, my friend. So this is 5, that's 2. If we swing face, we can play this. Or we just Chill Maul, but then he would swing into that anyway with this creature and kill it. Well, I'm going to hope he doesn't have an execute, because he could swing the 2-1 into the 9-9 and then execute it down. But I don't think he will, because he already used 2 and 2. He's, what, 20 cards into his... Ooh, he's almost halfway. He actually might have another execute. We're not going to play around the second execute already. We're actually almost pushing lethal next turn with the 9-9 and then the 3. So we're 3 off, and then we're 5 off if he armors up. So Alex Strauss's... No, Alex Strauss's champion wouldn't do it. We don't run Hellscream in here either. A Rag would do it. Rag stays doing it. Any comments in the chat, boys, though? Okay. These comments are really hard for me to respond to, and I'll get to it in a second after this turn. So he slams. Please don't tell me you got the execute off the top. Nice. Got the execute right off the top. Oh, that feels bad. Now, again, if we play the Chill Maul, he just swings his creature. Ooh, that works out pretty well. Well, then we still can't chill maul because this would cost 10 and we're at 9. I guess we shield block. Drake's pretty good, but it dies directly to Gorehowl. And we can't Ravaging Ghoul and do this at the same time. Whatever. We'll do this. Okay, so the comment is, just tried your deck, went 0-3. I would like to learn how to play it better. What can I do? And, yeah. So, I don't even know how to respond. It's hard for me to make generalized tips for like a deck guide I posted, because in the deck guide I kind of go over every general aspect I can about the deck in that short time I have with you guys. So look, if you're looking for tips beyond that and like hints on how to play specific decks even better than what I kind of portray in our deck guides, I mean, I hate to keep saying it, but like honestly, either like watching other streamers, or I would say just watching streamers in general, watching tournaments, looking up, specific, looking at more deck guides of that particular deck you're looking to do better, or if you're looking for like personalized help, of course, coaching can do that as well, whether it be coaching from me or from another, top legend player. That works too, but like there's just no way I could respond back to everybody who asks how can I do better with this deck. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Because we get like anywhere between 5 to 10 of those a day on all different deck guides, and I don't want to just copy and paste the same thing, as everybody has their own issues. So, all right. So this has 4. If I play this, he kills it. If I play this, this swings into this. Nothing happens. Wow. This could bash it for 2. This would bash it for 4, and it would be put at 2. But there's no way to Azure Drake, bash, and Corruptor. That's just asking for a whole lot. Do not want to chill maul, as it does contest this though. But it doesn't help me in the long run. Theoretically, we only used 1 card there, but he gained 10 armor, which is huge. As long as he doesn't play Elise, he still has Cthulhu though. We haven't used any brawls. We actually run 2 brawls, so it's not too bad. Where is Jeff? The intro doesn't have Jeff in it anymore. We actually Jeff has parted ways, guys. Jeff has he's doing his own thing. Alright, so this is a chill maul pass kind of turn. So we're actually directly going to see how this deck does against other control decks. I would say Cthulhu Warrior is pretty high up there, besides actual just straight up Control Warrior, but Cthulhu is definitely up there, along with Control Priest and of course N'Zoth Priest and Control Priest outright as well. The reason we played the Chill Maul is because he's going to have to swing his 4-2 into it and his weapon if he wants to kill it. And if he's only going to draw 1 from Acolyte, unless he wants to play another creature that like will deal damage to the Acolyte, like a Ravaging Ghoul or something like that. And if he plays that, then the Ravaging Ghoul dies because we do have Dragon in our hand, and Chill Maul will deal 3 damage to everything. Unless, he shield slams his own card, and then the Chill Maul goes to him. But now he wasted, he didn't waste 2 cards. He technically used 2 cards, gained 1 of ours, which is theoretically a 1-for-1. But we can brawl now, and then we go 2-for-1, therefore winning the war. We could have Azure Drake there, but I don't really care. Yeah, I did care if that card lived. That kind of sucks. What is this at? 3? So I guess we just slam it, see what we draw. Guess we execute it, but it feels really bad, but we got to. So hopefully he does not play Cthulhu this turn. If so, we need to Azure Drake into draw 2 cards instead of 1. Veclor, alright, not too bad. So we're going to play Rag, and then we're going to hope Rag hits at least one of those 4/6s. Or we could go ahead and Ysera, but Ysera doesn't combat either of those cards. So we're going to Rag. It immediately deals, hopefully, with one of these 4/6s. Please, Rag, hit one of the 4/6s. Please don't disappoint me. Thank you. So he's going to have to deal 1 damage to Rag in some fashion. We also know he runs 2 Brawls, and he's used neither yet, which makes it so I'm not going to play a card as long as Rag is alive. We take 4 damage a turn, which isn't a lot, because we can just keep armoring up. So it looks like he's going to use that Execute onto... Oh, he's going to Brawl it out. Rag, if you live, you are the real MVP, my friend. Ah, almost. You're second to last out. So now we use Sarah. And hopefully we just outvalue him. That's probably one of the worst cards to come out of you, Sarah. Even, I mean, depends what he plays here. Dream is pretty bad too. But this isn't, it all depends. Got a Shield Slam that's pretty bad. Maybe we should have played the Crusher and then Alex draws his champion into his 3/3. Maybe he has another Brawl. Who knows? I want to play another creature, but I know he's going to Brawl it out. So we're not going to play another creature. We're just going to sit. We'll draw our Execute eventually. We'll just bash that. Whew. There we go. We need some of these. And we also need the Ysera Awakens. That's very important. But him not dealing with this Ysera is a very big deal. Because these cards that generate... It's like me drawing 2 cards a turn. It's like having a Mana Tide Totem down, but the Mana Tide Totem generates amazing 4-drop creatures. We're just going to keep playing around Brawl, because I can guarantee you the second I play Brawl... How many cards we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 1 more turn of theoretically before we have to play a creature. Let's make sure we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure we don't need to overdraw any of the cards in our deck. Man, no Ysera Awakens. Feels bad, man. So Bran into most likely some Cthulhu card. There we go. 20 armor. Feels good, man. Well, we know Bran's gonna die. And then we know our Ysera's gonna die. Is there any way? There is. We champion, and then we Nightmare champion and kill this, and Ysera goes into that. But then, he brawls. That doesn't feel good. And then if this lives... we lose everything. But we're gonna do it anyway. Alright, how many cards do we have? We used 2 cards, so we should have still 8 in our hand with the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. So hopefully Ysera lives when he brawls this. He drew Shield Slam, he won't Brawl. Ooh, he slams. Okay. Now he can't Cthulhu if he has it. But he did Brawl. He's gonna hit Fatigue. Ooh, Ysera, she lives. And this means we're gonna go quite hard. Now we're not scared of anything. Dun, 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 dun. So apparently Ysera's good. Now he's gonna Cthulhu. And then hopefully we can draw into our last Execute. 12/12 is not that big. He can, however, kill Ysera. So this gives 5, which makes that an 8. It's still not big enough. And this still hits for 3, so then it's at 1. So then we'd have to Unstable Ghoul. So let's recalculate this damage here. Nightmare, 5, 8, 11, 12. How much is this at? 2? Okay. Oh, shit. This can't be targeted by spells. We're retarded. We're not the smartest. Why? But it's okay. We're still gonna win. We got 2 Emerald Drakes, man. That's huge. That is how you say it, man. They're huge. Yeah, we could have gone around not playing the Ravaging Ghoul, which would have allowed us to pop this Cthulhu's Chosen. But it looks like we're able to pop it anyway. Again, we're not really worried about Brawl or anything like that due to the fact that he's already used both. So it's just him on his last leg. He could also be playing the Doomsayer card, but we've got a reasonable board, and playing another Cthulhu. I mean, it could save him, but hey, look, he is playing Elise. He just didn't draw it on time. Always on time. Did he get it? Did he get the map? He got the map. Is he gonna draw the monkey? He didn't draw the monkey, but he'll draw the monkey next turn. So we'll play around Deathwing. Not that we have to. This is at 1. So if we swing into this, he actually can make the trade with this. So we'll attack into this with that, and then we'll just go face with everything, and then just play nothing and play around Deathwing. Not that he will get Deathwing, but there's always that possibility he will. And if we like play 2 more creatures, then we actually might lose. I mean, we wouldn't. Well, we could, because then we could, maybe we don't get Execute, right? I don't think I used the other Execute. We've only used 1. These Battle Rages, though. This is why Monkey's good, because these Battle Rages... Yeah, so there's their other Execute. I knew we had another one. So this just goes into there, and then we just casually keep everything, because again, playing around that Deathwing. There's no way he wins this. And this game was exceedingly long. That's why I don't like playing Control Warrior at rank anywhere between, you know, 5 to 25, because the games just take way too long. And then this guy lost, right? So he just spent like 20 to 30 minutes playing a game that he lost when he could have played, you know, 3 or 4 games with a mid-range deck, and possibly won 1 or 2, which would give him a higher standing than this one game he played now. We're gonna save the Execute just again in case of that Deathwing. We don't need to draw anymore with Slam, so theoretically we need to kill this, and there's not a better way to kill this without using Slam. I mean, theoretically, I guess we could use the Nightmare, but I want to use that as burst, so we'll hit this into there, and then we'll slam it down. And we'll play the Alex Strauss as champion just because it has charge and whatnot. We don't want to play the Drake or the Emerald Drake just yet. Okay. So we won there based on our Alex Strauss, or not, our Ysera. Our Ysera won us the game there, without a doubt. Always on time. Any new comments in the chat, boys? In the chat. No new comments in the chat. Next deck testing video we'll probably do will be Tempo Mage. We actually haven't played that deck at all, and I've made a couple renditions to one I've made recently. Oh, wow. Coining out Double Guardian on 3. We'll do it. Then that means we should have kept Corruptor for 5, right? Yeah, I guess we should have kept Corruptor, because we have a turn 3, 4, and then 5. But then we have no dragons. But the probability of drawing into a dragon is pretty decent. I guess there's merit for either one. Due to the fact that that last game took so long, this will be our last game. So maybe we can pull off all wins here. That'd be pretty cool. And then we'll move on to Tempo Mage, which I think will do fairly well. I've taken out... Oh, we did draw a dragon. I've taken out a few cards that I don't think were performing that well. Made it a little bit less greedy. A little bit more tempo. A War Axe would have been a sick draw. I think one Battle Rage might be enough. It seems like we've had Battle Rage in our hand and it's just really not helping. The reason I put 2 in there is for the Ravaging Ghoul. But I almost think about putting maybe another like Blood Ichor. Maybe not. Maybe an Elise, right? But then we're taking... Oh my god. Wow. Ravaging Ghoul, execute onto this may be the right move here. He just gets too much value from the Waker to keep it alive. It's too good. We still have turn 4, turn 5, and then turn 6, so... Oh my god. Shows me he doesn't have many spells in his hand. If he fireballs, then he's officially had the best start you could possibly have for a Tempo Mage. So winning this will be tough. When life gives you lemons like this, we just kind of hope to God that he doesn't have a full cup of lemonade, because we only have 1 lemon. Another fireball. Oh my god. Alright, so Brawl off the top is why we run 2. Okay. So we know we're bashing one of this, which leaves us 3 mana to do this, or we can draw 2. No, we can't, because this is going into there. So theoretically, we want to bash this first. Oh, because then we might want to shield block. I think slamming's better, though. Ysera. Okay. Well, this goes into here. And the reason that is because he can ping it, and he can kill this. And we're not going to play that game. Right now, he has to ping and swing his 5/3 into there. I know we stay frozen, but we only have 2 War Axes in the deck, so our face being frozen is not as bad as, you know, maybe a Control Warrior when you're running a Gorehowl or things like of that nature, or Malkarok. We don't have to face the same troubles of that deck. But we do, however, have to face the troubles of a Tempo Mage with the nuts start. Can you guys see me playing with this little earbud? Let's see if you can see this. You cannot. Okay, it's off screen. I remember I used to have, when we're in the office, we have a racquetball. And I kind of play with that a little bit and throw it up in the air. I could see how that could be annoying sometimes. Another fireball. Arcane Blast. Alright, it's only going to hit for 2, though. Fortunately. But he can still ping and then swing with the Water Elemental, and then everything lives. So, again, a Brawl top deck would almost guarantee us a victory. That is the question at this moment. We go for the shield block, or we go for the slam. If we shield block, we can't draw into slam, or we can't draw into the card and still use it. So we're gonna slam this. Chill Maul. We do have a dragon in our hand, and he has 3 cards with 3 HP. So I think shield blocking is our best option, because Chill Maul is our next play next turn. We could go with the Alexstrasza as champion, but I think armoring up is our best bet, and just hoping to God he doesn't have polymorph. If he has polymorph, then this guy is some form of god from another planet sent down by Olympus, and, you know, holy moly mackerel. That's what he is. So this is why we play Chill Maul. But again, remember, guys, it cannot get polymorphed. To get it's polymorphed, we are so fucked. We do have Brawl, but at this point in time, Chill Maul does effectively what Brawl does. So if we Brawl, creatures still live. Please do not rip the polymorph from the top. Always on time. Please do not have it, or I will be kind of mad. Yes. He's targeting it, which means everything dies. Rip to the field, boys! Rip to the field! Now we stand a chance again. And he's told me he does not have the polymorph. So depending on what he plays here, if it's a weak creature, we... Ooh. This is, I think we might just go in. And by going in, I mean, we'll just play these cards. I was thinking about Ysera, but leaving that 3/2 spell power up, I don't really feel like doing it. I'd rather just develop the 6/6 He plays the Conjure. We rip the the bash off the top. And we say GG, son, or we're going to Ravaging Ghoul. We'll Battle Rage. We'll see what goes on. And, yeah, we'll go with that. Now we don't even need to Ravaging Ghoul, which is super sick. Ooh, Popeye! We can actually just Corruptor this, which leaves us with 5 mana left over. And there's nothing better to do with 5 mana than to summon, we'll Battle Rage for 2 cards. 2 cards. Well, we can actually play another 6/6 and the champion or destroy it. Or we could just go with this, but then he could ping Flame Strike. I think saving the champion is better. We'll play this a little bit slower. We'll try to get that guy to a 9/9. We can get him there next turn. Granted, our creatures live, but I feel like a Flame Strike ping kind of turn. And then we're forced to make the decision of whether we Crusher and champion or we Alexstrasza. Or I mean, Ysera, not Alexstrasza. Ooh, Forgotten Torch. Will it die? It will not, which forces him to have to ping. Unless he has Frostbolt. He actually has the ability to kill both creatures here. Nice. Only one's gonna die. I mean, it's not nice. It's horrible, but worse things could have happened there, folks. Alright. So we could Ravaging Ghoul, which would kill our own creature, and then champion into there, or we just use Sarah, and we hope to God that he doesn't have Polymorph. He's also forced to have to... I mean, he's going to have spells, right? There's no way he doesn't have spells. And if he would have polymorphed, he wouldn't need polymorph to begin with, the 6/6, so you can still rip it off the top with the Drake. He probably plays 1 polymorph. Pyroblast, Frostbolt Face, oh my god. Frostbolt Fireball, oh my god. Please don't do... What the fuck happened, folks? Please don't do me dirty. I think we've lost. Oh my god. Well, we know Armor's Up is in here, right? We know we have to execute one of these. We already used our shield block. So now the hope is he does not have a fireball or something, or top decks it. Because he only does 1 damage a turn. So if he has a spell that, you know, if he draws the Roaring Torch card, the 3 mana deals 6 damage, we lose. But if we don't, then we win in 2 turns. Oh my god, what did he just get? That was huge. Oh, we still lose. Okay. So the turn that Flame Waker was alive, theoretically we could have killed it, but it was like not the best play, but I didn't assume him to deal that much damage. I mean, what, we were at like 20 HP, right? So, rip. Anyway, let's open up a pack. We're at 145 gold. And that's Tempo Mage for you though, so can't be too mad. Nothing good, no surprise. I don't think I've opened up a legendary since we opened up our 250 packs. That was over a month ago. That's a long time, fellas. That's a long time. It's always just 40 gold. 40 gold, 40 gold, 40 gold. I mean 40 dust, my bad. Alright. So, how many quests do we have? 2. Priest, Mage, Shaman. The Mage thing will do well when we do Temple Mage. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video, guys. Always glad to have you at the end. I'm Warshack, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.